Hello, 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 and welcome. Have to tell you, what's that song? I woke up this morning feeling like I was underwater. It was so interesting. Like deeply underwater, like sitting on the bottom of the ocean. And when I tuned into Gaia, that's what she was doing. She was sitting cross-legged in her cave. Kind of interesting, actually. I didn't really write about this, but in my writing this morning, but she was sitting in the lotus position. She had her eyes closed, and she was kind of decorated with flowers, these cream flowers, like, yeah, maybe I want to say like frangipani. Anyway, how are you in what's your experience of the day? So I've got notes here from the last few days and a little bit on the 24th. And hi Stacey, hi Carolyn, hi Charlotte, and hi Caroline, talofa lava. Oh, that's good on your lunch break. You can be here. That's fabulous. Hello, Amanda. So lovely to have you all here. And I have to tell you, there's a lot going on for me. Like, I feel really emotional, and it's in a really good way, and it's deep and it's profound. And yes, this crying, these tears, it's more tears than crying, I feel. So we are releasing, honestly, we are releasing through from almost, we could be anyway, we could be, because we're just in this sort of really deep purification, but we could be releasing from Atlantean times, Lemurian times, Arthurian times, from other dimensions, from other planets. But there's definitely, I see, I'm all in my feels about it. It's this whole releasing from separation. It's the separation. Oh my God. It's the separation from God. It's the separation from our divine partner. It's our separation from all of the experiences that we've had. I want to say where we've been like wrenched apart. And so all of this is coming up as tears, as these tears of release. So I want to tell you, you will know that we are in this incredible time of the veils being thinner, of more being revealed, of the masses awakening, of you and your consciousness. Hello, Larissa. Hello, sweet CC. As you and your consciousness, me and mine, together, this collective consciousness sort of, if you like, steering the energies of awakening for humanity. So it is like the collective weight, if you like. Kind of, it could be spelt in many ways, right? The weighting, or the weight as in the measurement of all of us together, or our collective when we're being weighed. It's like all of that is driving the collective so that our humanity can ascend. And I'm I'm just I'm extraordinarily excited about it. I can tell you. Oh, you've been, yeah, lots of release. Feels good. Had a lovely time with brother and DM. Oh, fantastic in Australia with the sunshine. So here we are, and I'll just get started. There's some bits I want to speak to you about. There's some kind of invocations that have come, and I'll just read through it because I can never navigate my way through all of my notes. Unless I spent more time, so that would be more truthful. I just can't devote any more time to it, really. So this veil thinner, more revealed, to see, to dissolve, so that we can be in the witnessing of this purification. So it's our own purification, it's that of humanity, it's that of the planet, it's enabling more to be seen for all of us. And so I want to say to you, remember that in this time that we may be experiencing the pain and the suffering of separation, of dislocation, and this could be in our own body, our own soul, our own connection to places, our own connection to the divine, to source, to our soul family, and to our divine counterpart. So this could be from, I wrote before, from any time before, from before in this lifetime, from before in previous lifetimes, from the past, from the ancient past, and could be Atlantean, Lemurian, Arthurian, divine twin of God, on planet, off planet, and in other dimensions. But there's a very strong streaming of that energy right now. Yeah, so I want to invite you to take a breath. And we'll do a little exercise together to drop into your heart space and see yourself connecting into your own heart, your own, as you, your own point of consciousness. Clearing water today, beautiful. Yeah, that's what I've been witnessing too, Carolyn. So connect in to your heart, align your heart to source, to God, to Creator. Close your eyes if you wish. This is just a short exercise we're going to do with our collective, I want to say, wisdom, power, love, and frequency. Feel love in your heart. See that love being activated, see it being innovated, energized, empowered. Watch it radiate, moving out from the center of your heart, to fill your body, to fill your own space. And then I want you to consciously radiate it out into the unified field. So see this energy of love from your heart connecting to all sentient beings and to the planet. And if you haven't closed your eyes, I just invite you to kind of see through soft, really soft eyes and envisage all of the lower frequencies beginning to lose form, beginning to shimmer, to shake a little, to pixelate, to dissolve. Just watch as they become invisible. I want you to feel in your heart and see yourself as this shimmering gold light. Surrounding you, and see this diamond white starlight coming from above to infuse you. Watch all of your chakras spinning and merging in to a pillar of light. So I know that I did that very quickly because I am pretty sure that most of you will have been able to do that, if not all of you. Do that very quickly. And now I want you to notice, to see and feel and call in your new codes, and notice that they might come in as symbols, as numbers, as musical notes. You might feel them as frequencies, as well as seeing them. You might hear them. You might have a sense of knowing of them. You may be seeing them with your physical eyes open or through your psychic vision. See them swirling around you and entering in through your chakras, through your central vertical core, through your skin, through your feet. They may be coming up or down. They may be entering from the front or the back. You feeling into you as this higher dimensional, higher frequency being in the becoming. And just invite that all of this comes in divine perfection for you in your perfect embodiment of yourself as you're building your new form. And I know we've done wing activation in the past, and you might be feeling that coming in more strongly now as many of the angelic codes coming more into our planet, or more in a more saturated way. You may see yourself in ancient form coming in to be merged, to be embodied. You may see your star, your pillar, your horizontal stretching rod across your heart in gold. You may feel that. We spoke of that horizontal band in the heart, in that shaft, a little while ago. It's feeling strengthened today, or yesterday and today. So feel into the remembrance and the resonance of you, your past lives, your past existences, all the characters that you have played, all the times that you have been in body on the earth. And feel yourself, feel all of those aspects coming home, all the memories coming home. I want to say, let them move in and out, let them come and go under the guidance of your mighty I Am presence. Allow them to wash over you. Check in with yourself. Is there more here for me right now to know, to do, to see, to feel, to heal? We'll just sit in silence for a moment while you contemplate that and process that. Now I'm going to read that channeled poem that came through yesterday. Which I titled Come Home, My Love. And actually, when I channeled it, that was the last phrase. So I'll read it like that. The spinning time is here. So for me, that was showing up as like a spinning vortex. That's what that meant. It was totally channeled. This piece probably took 2 minutes to write. The spinning time is here. We are merging from above. The 12th to 15th chakra done, attached and linked to the sun. Radiant direction, heat and light brings the force, the power and might. We cannot now be stopped. Connection sealed from the top. Hearts merged and through aligning. Third eye and crown are trining. The sortie of divining guarantees, protects the timing. Your heart's on fire and wide opening. Love each for the other shining. Behold, my love's arrival in the seek and find revival. Come home, my love. And then today, so there's quite a lot of writing today. So I'll just begin. I've spoken a little bit about it. I want to remind you that we're heading towards the full moon. And so here in New Zealand, that's on at 9:24 a.m. on the 29th. And so in some ways we are like, there's just so much going on energetically, astrologically, in the gateways, in so many ways. And I feel like we're building to so many things. We're building in the finalization of purification. We're building in this ascension and in preparation for the 11:11 ascension gateways, which are very significant for divine counterparts. And I will write more about that. But there's still more coming. And what I am showing is that gateway is, so we're in preparation for that gateway. That gateway moves us through for preparation for the next thing, which is the 21st of December. But anyway, this was my vision this morning. So I saw this swimming pool. It was this beautiful blue water. It was a big pool, and there were no ripples on the surface. But there was a lot going on underwater. People were diving deep, but no ripples on the surface. Even external sounds are muffled. And so I got given that as my first tune into the day, and then I dived down into the center of the earth. And it is the same. It's the same for inner earth. I am in the waters as I enter. So as I move through the crust of the earth, the entire of the planet is filled to the brim with water as I enter. And I am shown there is this opportunity to be very deep and very still and very inner today. But there is a lot about to burst up through the surface to be seen by all. And I can feel that. It's difficult to know and it's difficult to feel what is to come today on a personal level. But then later on, a lot of tears came. But that was my first attunement to the energies of the day. So what arises to be released? What are your deepest desires? And ask yourself each of those and tune and attune to those simple questions during this day. What arises to be released? And what are your deepest desires? The divine masculines show up today feeling as though they are not enough. And so masculines, I really want to speak this to you. And so this may be your own inner divine masculine. This may be your own external divine masculine, or it may be you as divine masculine for those of you who are here in masculine form. But it showed up as the divine masculines feeling that they are not enough. And so I want to say, divine masculines, you are enough. You are so enough, and you are so loved by your feminine. You are seen as so powerful, incredible, and amazing by your divine feminine. And do not underestimate yourselves. Gaia showed me we're in cleaning, clearing, and rinsing to the deepest micro pockets within the cellular body and within the earth. And this was felt as pulses coming into no, that's something separate. Hold on. I was shown this imagery as though I was sitting on the bottom. Well, I was sitting down there with Gaia, and it was like these little tiny air pockets, even under the shelves, under the rocks. They have to be and were being, excuse me, dispersed. So even an air bubble with that old air, the old lower frequency air, was being released. This is the extent that we are mid-flow with this purification. So that happening within us and within the earth. And also at that time, I could feel these pulses. It was really interesting. And it was very brief, and they felt to me like EMF pulses. I haven't got to the bottom of that. I just thought I'd share that in case any of you had that. They were coming in here. So I could feel them just coming in here in my left forehead. And I wanted to call them an EMF pulse. So whether there was something going on, I don't know. But it was very, very brief. It's just that it was not something I'd experienced before. So as I went down into the cave, so just back to that. So, lots of bits going on. Gaia was sitting cross-legged in the cave with her eyes closed and in deep meditation when I entered that space. This is some of the light language that came that I wrote. There was a lot more, but this was the bits that I wrote. Aki anara eshi araka iti ana eshi sharasa alaki ara eshi anara etianaka eshi arana arasi ata'a niakiasha. So just take a breath and allow that to move through you. We're in a lot of final purification for the last turn of the shift into our new frequency. That's how I read it. Even any trapped air bubbles, as I just said, from the old are being released. They need to be released as they are stale. We are in a bit of a holding pattern at the moment, in this release, and then coming into this holding pattern, holding for the rest to for some beings who are playing out the war, for example, some of these sorts of activities. So we as humanity are holding space for those to be concluded. So these are a couple of the little analogies that came through. So imagine that you have a fish tank and you're changing the water. And so this is really what is happening for us on the earth. So if you've ever had fish, you will know that you take the fish and you bag them up with the water from their existing tank, and then you gather the water for the new tank, and you place the bag with the fish in it inside the new water so that the fish can acclimatize to any changes whilst you clean out the tank. So this was the analogy that I was given. And there's this, again, see, it's important, isn't it? This is the third time I'm telling you this. There's this collective sense of tapping out the air bubbles, releasing the stale air. There's this greater and greater saturation of photonic light that we're in. The other little analogy I was shown was imagine being having nuts and rolling them in chocolate, and so this is this experience of this ongoing saturation of these higher frequencies, this higher photonic light. The nut gets rolled in chocolate, and then it gets coated in chocolate again, and then coated in chocolate again, so that it can, dry in between. And so just another simple analogy. I want to say, remember to pay attention to what is right in front of you. Don't get caught up in what is there or what is there, just right in front of you. Yeah, let me see. I will come back in here. I'll come back in here. So there's a lot going on in timeline fluctuations, in that we are, as these beings on earth, we are having to keep clearing what's being released, because the earth is going through this purification that impacts the timelines, and then more people are awakening, and so this is all impacting the timelines. There's this idea that we are, at times going and purifying the lower to bring that up, so that we can kind of speed up the collective frequency or increase the collective frequency. So, again, it carries on with the story of the cleaning the fish tank. So we're going through deep clearing. We are also going through balancing with lots of codes that are coming in. So these codes are coming in. They are these codes for our higher light bodies. They are affecting us in lots of different ways. We are receiving them like we've always spoken of, through the skin, through the root, through the ground, through the crown, through all of and each of the chakras back and front. We are receiving union codes as well. We're really on and in this corridor in preparation for divine union, and we have to do it within first. So we've got codes that are coming in that relate to balancing, that relate to creation, that relate to union, that relate to this higher timeline, this higher frequency. As we are entering the fifth dimensional frequency, that's the nut and the chocolate. So it's this idea that we're being immersed, and then immersed, and then assimilate, and then immersed, and then balanced. So we're gradually and incrementally absorbing, holding, embodying in all sorts of ways these higher frequencies and codes. Yes, and I wrote here, the collective field, the collective frequency is what drives the entire experience, and drives the next experience that comes. So we keep our focus on the higher. That is like it infiltrates and creates more of the majority. It's like the majority rules, if you like. It's kind of like that. So keep focused on the higher. And also, just tell you, there's just so much. I wrote this not long ago. So much emotion sitting in me. So I wrote this earlier, but this part I wrote not that long ago. So much emotion sitting in me. I just feel like I could just burst into tears. I feel it all in my solar plexus. I'm feeling all this energy across my heart. I feel it's to do with lots and lots of things. I want to tell you that unions are on the edge of coming into the physical as we are in preparation for hierogamic union in the physical. And you must have, surely, I'm sure that you have noticed how more is landing in the physical in October, as we've spoken of. And firstly, we are right now in preparation for the 1111 gateways. These are the ascension gateways. I am showing that divine couples will move through these, as well as the individual aspect of divine union. So, you are in preparation for that, whether you move through that as a single being or in union with your divine counterpart. We will move through because divine counterparts lead the way through the ascension gateways. I'm showing that divine couples will move through those first, some individually, some in union, and then that brings about the activations for the next phase up to the 21st. So I want to say, come into your own sacred heart, sit in the purity of that. I also want to say, remember that we have been releasing Lemurian, Atlantean, Arthurian, all of that may come with trauma. And I know I spoke about this earlier, but again, see, I think this might be the fourth time. I wrote this in two parts, but it's interesting how this is the fourth time I'm saying this. All the trauma and grief likely comes with lots of tears, could be both on and off planet experiences, and the feelings being released that go with that also. And keep a lookout for the Goddess course that I am going to be launching soon. And then I will come back to the questions. Right. So Carolyn, right, Amanda's been having a good time in Australia and with her brother and her divine masculine. That is lovely. And Carolyn has been clearing the water today. It's very peaceful. Yes, it's just perfect sync. Everything plays out quite literally in our life, she is saying, and her DM has been away. They've had literal separation for 3.5 days. He comes home in about 3 hours, and she says she feels something divine is going to happen. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. Thank you, Belinda. She's saying that was beautiful. You're welcome. Thank you. I could just cry hugely this morning. Yeah, there's lots and lots of that sitting around, isn't there, Lauren? Amanda loved the meditation, saw diamonds and zigzag symbols entering. Oh, lovely. Sweet CC been very deep since the 20th. Right ear had pain, then it's felt like massive water in the ear. So can't hear, like a pressurized feeling, deep diving, and she keeps feeling her masculine. Yeah, I did that ear thing, but I don't remember when. Oh, when I came back from Vanuatu, and it took a while for that to go, and then all of a sudden it just went. And yeah, so I got that was, part of our upgrading in our ears and this equalization to the new masculine descending into earth. Oh, that's interesting. From outside of this space time. Oh, okay. I would be interested to hear more about that. Fiona's saying on the evening of the 22nd, a powerful mid-eclipse day, she went outside to see the moon because Richard is her partner, had said it was amazing. The 22nd, to me, we received some strong off-planet codes on that day. I can't remember too many of the details of that. Sweet CC's been drinking methylene blue, which is used for cleaning aquariums and cleans out cellular mitochondria. So she drinks it. definitely research if you do it for the dosage. Wow, that's an amazing synchronicity as well. And then Fiona saw a second moon slightly behind and above the bright quarter moon. The second moon was deep orange brown, also in the first quarter. Went inside to get her glasses in case it was her eyes. Well, I don't know what that is, Fiona, but I know that some people saw the sun in that same experience. I think I want to say that it links into this, the higher dimensional form. The higher dimension, it's like we have been integrating ours, the sun has been integrating his, the moon is integrating hers. I would say it references that. Dark red moon in the sky. Okay, yeah, so I think that that's what it is, Fiona, sorry. That's what it is. This is us embodying the higher aspect of self, and that's what the moon and that's what the sun is doing, and that's what, I want to say that's what we will do in some regard as planet. Sweet CC is saying on her way home from New Zealand to Maui, saw a dark red moon in the sky, and then the moon turned on like a flashlight, like a sun. It was weird. Yeah, I did ask about the moon once, and I don't know if I'm correct, but it's quite a while ago. I got told that the moon was half organic and half mechanical. Other things in the sky that we're not told, Sweet Susie is saying, yes, absolutely. She's saying 2 sunsets, get dusk and then light and then set. Yeah, so there's been some very interesting things happening with the light in our world, and in lots of ways, really. The like the northern star. Fiona will know more about it than I do. Is that Sirius, Fiona? It's been just the brightest, biggest, most illuminated ever. It's just incredible. I don't know if it's closer or not, but Polaris. Okay, so it's just so bright, all through the night, right into the dawn. Yes, seeing multiple dimensions. I love how you people reframe my words and make good sense of them. And Fiona's saying might mean Jupiter. I wish I knew, but there's one. It sits on its own, and it's very, very. It looks large, and it's very bright, super, super bright. Anyway, we are definitely in the witnessing of changing, and I want to say, yeah, well, these aren't my notes. In our galactic orientation, in our sky, in our inner earth, and it is to do with our bringing in the next part, the next piece, the next ascended aspect of our experience, I want to say. So, what else is here? Definitely interesting things in the sky that feel like they are pulling for attention, or we're starting to. Yes, so that's what I believe. I believe that this is part of the veils thinning. That Gaia always said to me that there would be 2 ways that we would be shown, to watch the waters and to watch the sky. That is where we would be given clues about what is to come. And there's definitely a lot of things happening in our sky in terms of craft, in terms of Starlink, in terms of this shifting, this shifting of the galaxy and our movement through the galaxy further into the photonic belt. All of that has an impact on what we see and where we are connected 2. Yes, big and bright rising northeast mid-evening at the moment. Yeah, well, yes, yes, very. It's to me from where I am, it feels slightly like marginally northwest, marginally northwest, like slightly like northwest, and um. Carolyn's saying, guided to create a grid with dragon head crystal on top of the tree of life picture and a tree of life. So the moon and sun connecting just made it then. And yesterday the word kaloha, kai, is that K-A-L or K-A-I? Kai aloha. Well, in my interpretation, that would be the food, or the nourishment, the sustenance of love. Oh, ocean love. Sweet CC saying it means ocean love. Was so intense last night, and then she was so congested in her head. So lots of you doing work in this clearing, in this bringing in this holding, and it's just right now, just be in that last bit of any last bits of purification that need to go, and then call in yourself, call in all these aspects of self. Stand there, call them. I often think it's nice to call them into the palms of your hands, so holding them up here, and so you can call upon my mighty I am presence to bring in now all aspects of myself that serve me in this moment and in this coming upgrade, this dimensional shift. And I ask that they come in under grace, under ease, and under comfort. And I invite my body to house them in the perfect place, in the perfect locations. Yeshanaka atiara atakana shishia nanana atoyakana satatitia nanana ata ua atakia tatatana shitia na ata u ataka atashishia narana atikana asisiana. And take a breath. I wish you a beautiful rest of the day or night, and wonderful dreams, and much, much love. And let us hold one another and hold humanity for this arisal, into the new. All right. I'll catch you again soon. Bye.